Hey everybody, got new arrivals from Record Crate and Vinyl Shop US coming up right now. Hey VC, I'm TC Kirkham, the Kirkham Report, and it's time for some recent purchases from the usual sources. Adam at Record Crate and one of my favorite Discog sellers, Vinyl Shop US. I find all kinds of good stuff with them at very, very decent prices. Picked up quite a pile from Adam. First off, a couple of CDs I got from him. The Best of Blue Oyster Cult. This is got all of the big hits on it, including, of course, Don't Fear the Reaper and Godzilla, the two songs that I really love by them. That's probably the only two songs I'll actually listen to. And this is from 2018, I believe this came out. This is a great album from Lindsey Buckingham and Christine McVie. I saw them perform a couple songs from this off on CBS Saturday morning, this morning, and great stuff. Love them anyway, and so it was very nice to see those at affordable rates from Adam. I also got a bunch of vinyl, so be fun. This one I picked up just because it sounded fun. It is a covers album of science fiction hits from the 70s mostly, called Spaced Out Disco, featuring disco themes from Star Wars, 2001, Star Trek, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, by the Galactic Force Band. I've not heard any of this, but it sounds like my kind of stuff. I always love wacko stuff like that. This is David Pack's debut solo album. David, of course, as the sticker says on his sleeve, a founding member of Ambrosia. This includes Prove Me Wrong, which was from the White Knight soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken. Love him. I've been a big Ambrosia fan since they first hit in the mid-70s, and I love his solo stuff. We're going to save this one for last, for a reason. Picked up this too. I have always loved Steel Breeze. It had a big hit called You Don't Want Me Anymore, and they also had a minor hit called Dreaming Is Easy. Both songs were on this album. My wife is a big fan of theirs too, which I didn't realize until we were watching one of the music trivia things on YouTube, and she's, oh, I remember that song. I always liked that song. So now I know that. Love that. Glad to have that in my collection. This is a promotional copy of an album that I heard a lot when I was working for Buzzard Nest Records in the 1980s, because one of the girls, one of the ladies, if she wasn't a girl, I worked with, was a groupie for these guys. She would go anywhere to find them and see them live. Mcguffy Lane, this is their debut album. It is a gold stamp promo with a timing strip. Not white label, unfortunately, but this has Long Time Loving You on it, which was their, I think that's on here, is that? Yeah, best known song. The Pia Zadora I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I'd ordered from Adam. This is I Am What I Am. This is some of her great standards vocals. Great stuff. It is also a promo, as I get a promo up there. A lot of good stuff from her. Pia never struck me as terrific as an actress, but I've always loved her vocalist. She is a terrific, dynamite vocalist no matter what she's singing, and terrific. This is from Jeffrey Downs, member of Asia, the Buggles, a number of other bands. This was a solo. This is a 2-record set from the mid 80s. I'm not familiar with much of the songs on here, but I always loved him, so I figured I'd give it a chance. I remember hearing this back in the 80s once, and I thought I'd give it a try because Adam had a good price on it. This is the debut album from Mason Ruffner. He's kind of a bluesy rock guy. I remember hearing a couple of songs off this in the 80s, and I thought, what the heck? I got a 12-inch single of a song I've always thought was the very best song Luther Vandross ever did. It was his first hit, Never Too Much. This was released in 1990 with brand new remixes of the song. From Hee Haw. If you grew up with Hee Haw, you'll know these guys. Jim and John, the Haggers. This is from their 1974 album on Elektra. It is a white label promo. Butterfly logo. Love them. Can't wait to hear this. Brand new a couple years ago. I have not even cracked this open yet. The Ruvenues. And their first full album in like 20 years. From Home. This is a limited edition yellow and black splatter vinyl. I have always loved them. I was still in high school when their cover of I think We're Alone Now and their minor hit I Want to Be Your Boyfriend were out. I thought they were great. I still love them, and I can't wait to hear this. Can't wait to hear that. Another album I've always wanted, and Adam had a good price on, the double record, An Evening with John Denver. This is a live album. Features his live hit, Thank God I'm a Country Boy, as well as all live versions of all of his other hits. I'm a sucker for anything I don't have by an Osmond. This is Jimmy Osmond, Little Arrows from 1975. No big hits off this. Jimmy never had a big solo hit in America. He was bigger in Japan. You gotta love this absolutely wretched back cover photo. I don't know what they were thinking. It's just terrible. Dance God. If you were in the discos in the late 70s and early 80s, you know Gino Sozio. This has Dancer. This was his biggest hit. It was #1 on the dance club charts for weeks and weeks on end. Great stuff from him. New Age stuff from Chris Spiros. I got into him a few months ago. I found him on Spotify, and I've dug in through a lot of great stuff, and can't wait to hear this one. I'm not familiar with it. Pathways to Surrender actually has some vocals on it, according to the sleeve. And finally, I mentioned in an earlier video that I was looking for a couple more Firefall albums for my collection of the mid-70s stuff, because I was always a huge fan, have a lot of the singles, but love the albums. And as a prize for one of the drawings on Sunday night, Adam threw in the album I was looking for. This is Firefall's Elan. This has their huge hit Strange Way on it, which I love. Still my favorite song by them. And also has, what's the other single? Goodbye I Love You was the other single off this album. It would have been really, really, really great, and it's in, I have to say, it's in tip-top shape, so thank you, Adam. But if I pull up my order from Vinyl Shop USA, I didn't know Adam was going to send that to me as a prize. So here is Elan again. So this one's going to be BCLT at some point, I'm sure. Also picked up from Vinyl Shops US this time. You'll notice a theme here, and it's because I'm working on a special feature. At some point that'll be up later this month, but I'll get to those in a minute. I've always wanted this, and people who don't know who this is really should, because I've heard a couple of tracks from this album when I was a kid. It was never the huge hit, and neither was he, that he should have been. Steve March, Lucky. Steve was a vocalist, best known for one of the seasons he was on Name That Tune as one of the featured vocalists. He is Hal March's son, Mel Torme's stepson. He continues to produce stuff. Great musician, and deserved a lot better. I'd never had this album. I grabbed it when I had the chance. This is from 1978, I believe, called Lucky. 12-inch single again. This one I couldn't resist. It's a white label promo from Elektra of Pink Lady, their only hit in America, Kiss in the Dark, which peaked at number 40 or somewhere around there, and spawned a really terrible television show. Thank you, Fred Silverman. If you've never seen Pink Lady and Jeff, you owe it to yourself to try it out, because it is so bad. It is hilarious. And it's because these poor girls, me and Kay, did not speak English, and they were learning everything phonetically, and poor Jeff Altman got stuck in there as their translator, but the music was great. This was also recorded phonetically, as was the flip side, Walk Away Renee, and the entire album, which is also in my collection, which I showed on my very first video a few months ago. This was a find for me, because I love him. This is really early in his career, and the hype sticker something just fell over. The hype sticker is actually part of the cover. This is, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the title. This is an early album from Canada's René Simard. Of course, he went on to become a major star in Canada. He tried to make it here in America. He did well in Vegas, but nowhere else for a while. He was away from recording for about 30 years before releasing an album in 2015 or 16 that was just dynamite. If you've not heard it, you should check it out. Self-titled. This is all in French. I'm interested mostly in hearing his cover of Yo-Yo, written by Joe South. Of course, was a big hit for the Osmonds in America. And now a couple of albums I picked up as part of this new special I want to do on a certain topic. This came to my attention from somewhere else in the last month, and I'm like, I'd never heard of that, and it's actually what started me thinking of it. It's a newsman named Victor Lundberg. He had a top 10 hit with a spoken word song called An Open Letter to My Teenage Son. It spawned this album, An Open Letter. And he was a news producer, I believe, somewhere. I'll have more information on that when I do this special in a few weeks. And also, although it did not come with the poster, I'm kind of disappointed. I wish it had it, but it was $2, and I thought I'd grab it. Simply, oh yes, it did. It's right here as part of the cover, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's right as part of the cover. Everybody in 1970 couldn't get away from this, even though even the artist disowned it by the late 70s. Les Crane, Desiderata. Great, hilarious parody called You Are the Fluke of the Universe, frequently ran on Dr. Domino. We're going to be doing a series about, well, not a series, but a video in the near future about spoken word stuff, and particularly that done by personalities you wouldn't think of as recording artists. So that'll be something that you can look forward to in the near future, and both of these will be a part of that. I do have some more stuff coming from Record Krate, as always. I've always got an order in with them. Bought several things on sales this week. Oh, I did buy 2 other things. Let me stand up for a minute. I bought 2 singles. I actually bought another copy of a song I bought last month from a different place, which I had talked about, and it's also part of this spoken word thing called History Repeats Itself by Buddy Starcher. And a single I have been looking for since it came out, and it came with the picture sleeve. I am absolutely freaking blown away. Larry Hagman, My Favorite Sins, The Battle of the Good Luck Charm. This was a novelty record released around the time of Who Shot JR. It is on Lorimar Records. He actually, Lorimar Portrait Records specifically, he actually hosted the Midnight Special one week when this came out, and so I know both of these songs. He did both of those songs on there. He is not the singer that his mother, Mary Martin, was, but he's still a terrific. It's a lot of fun. They're goofy songs. My Favorite Sins is basically a parody of My Favorite Things, and Ballad of the Good Luck Charm's a little dippy little ditty that I can't wait to play this. I have wanted this for 40 years. And it came with a picture sleeve. Woohoo! So those are my latest pickups, and I'll have some more, I'm sure, in the near future. I got a few other things, and I will have a special preview of something else I'm doing coming up this weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up so YouTube knows you like it. And please, please leave a comment. And I love hearing from you, and I want you to say, hey, this was fun, or hey, this sucked, or hey, how's the weather up there? I don't care. I just want to hear from you. By the way, no progress on the search for information on Counterpart Records Chain Drive Billfold by Jerry Newman. Still waiting, hoping somebody can provide me some information. The gentleman that owned Counterpoint Records passed away in 2009, so I can't go there. I haven't heard back from either of the people I wrote to about it, so I'm still up in the air. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch Kirkham Report Unsolved Mysteries, and you'll figure it out. Until next time, thank you for watching. I really appreciate your viewership. Thank you so much. I'm TC. Bye-bye.